My very first client shoot. Oh my god. Everybody was on set ready to roll and go for that first take. And then I ran to the toilet and just started puking. My first AD knocking on the door, Joey, what's the matter? And I was in the toilet just puking all the way. Okay. And how's it going, y'all? It's awesome to see you two back in. So, probably number one question I get asked, whether that's on Instagram or in person or through email, is, Joey, how does one become a full-time filmmaker? How can I make filmmaking my career? And to these questions, I always answer in the same way. Just pick up a camera and start creating. Just start filming. Film anything. There's not really wrong or right way to go about it. There's no magic formula. You just gotta start, experiment, copy, and learn. And through that, you'll see what feels good to you. So literally, just grab a camera, go out there and film anything. And if you don't own a camera, or you just can't afford one, start by using the one that you have on your phone. Or do what I did for the first years and just borrow a camera. No excuses. So this is my very first lens that I've ever owned. I remember getting this together with 5D Mark II back in the day, like way back in the day, and that was my first ever camera setup. Till that moment, I've been just always borrowing cameras from people so I could do my productions or whatnot. But it was with this 2470 that I finally got to start my own filmmaking journey. And it was me with a massive camera bag. I would show up to my client gigs and just pull out my 5D and this lens out of that massive bag. This was like back in the day when DSLR cameras weren't like a big thing to shoot videos with. It was like right when that whole thing sort of got started. Seeing my clients' faces and them just going like, what is this kid doing? Like, I thought we're doing an actual like massive big production here. Like they were expecting these big cameras, but I was just rocking this. Yeah, man, you just gotta grind and just believe in the stuff that you're doing, right? If you show up to a shoot, even with like the smallest whatever camera, as long as you're confident and your client sees that, you're golden. There are no shortcuts when becoming a filmmaker. You gotta put in the time, film, experiment, and study. YouTube is full of great tutorials and breakdowns how to go about different aspects about filmmaking. Tutorials about camera settings, lighting, writing, editing. To really create something that's cinematic comes from understanding the basics of storytelling, composition, and how to set up your camera to get the shots you want. There's no magic cameras or lenses out there or other gear that will get you those cinematic shots. It all comes with the know-how you teach yourself throughout your filmmaking career. Filmmaking is a craft where studying never stops, but continues throughout your career from one project to the next. As you continue to film and create, you start to see what works and what doesn't. And video after video, you'll get better. And soon, you'll look back at a video you did like not too long ago, and you go, what the hell was I thinking? And that's okay. That only tells one thing, and that is that you're growing. Oh my god, what is this? Yeah, now looking back at some of my older production, like let's say from 2 years ago, 4 years ago, 10 years ago, gosh. I'm not gonna show you these, they are super cringy. Like it's so cringy to watch and go through them. That's totally okay. I mean, I'd say it's something that every filmmaker goes through. If you look back at your older work and you're happy with it and you still go, oh my god, that's the most amazing thing ever, it means you haven't learned anything since then. It means that you haven't been educating yourself in this field of filming. You haven't been open to learning new things, you know? So if you're there thinking, oh my God, like this thing that I shot like, you know, a couple months back or a year back or whatever, oh my God, like it is like, what was I thinking? It's okay. It's okay to think that way. You know, you're not only one. I think that way from something that I shot last week. That's how you become a better filmmaker, you know? You learn from the things that you do. And even though, like, back then you could have thought, like, oh my God, this is the most amazing thing ever. And it probably was, you know, at that point. Now you're moving forward. So it's totally normal. Still not showing you this though. Still not showing you this. Oh my God. I actually went to film school myself. It was a great experience and I'm lucky to have parents who helped me get there. As an environment itself, it was awesome because I was surrounded by other like-minded people. But this was like 10 years ago. So would I go there now? Not necessarily. Now I'd rather really save the money, maybe buy myself a camera and go on YouTube and just start learning from these awesome breakdowns and tutorials that are available to us for free. You can study pretty much anything. I remember in the beginning, getting those first client gigs was definitely not an overnight process. First couple of years after film school, I managed to get some work as an AD on these big commercial productions, which was great. I got to see how these massive productions work, and it really taught me a lot. But landing on my very own first directing gig, that took a while. So I started filming these passion projects, aka spec projects, spec commercials that represented the work I wanted to be doing. This is also something that I highly recommend because through these passion projects, you get to build your portfolio that you can show to your potential future clients. For example, if you like commercials and visual storytelling like myself, create a car commercial or a product video. This can be anything. This is really something that helped me land on my first paid gig. And it's still something that I do today that I also show and share to you guys here on my channel. Let's take that hot sauce spec commercial I did. The company who owns the product really liked it and actually ended up buying the video straight after I was done with it. It also landed me more work from that same company later. And once you start having all these finished projects, it is time to start putting them on a website. On a website where you can show who you really are and what you can offer. Which takes us to today's sponsor, Zyro. As a freelancer, having your portfolio out there to attract clients is super important. And with Zyro, you have a chance to do exactly that. Building a website hasn't been easier or faster. No design or coding skills needed. Zyro gives you over 100 designer-made templates to choose from. And new ones are added every single week. Using Zyro could not be easier. Extremely simple drag and drop editing, and in minutes you can have a running portfolio online where you can showcase the work you've done to your new potential clients. Zyro provides you all the tools what it takes for you to build yourself a website and online presence so you can start growing your business. So if you don't have a website with your portfolio or you're planning to build one with the best price in the market, I highly recommend you to check out Zyro. Cyber Week sells up to 86% with my special code JOEY10. Check out the link in the description. When you first start, it is perfectly okay to shoot any gigs you get thrown out your way. Whether that's company videos, BTS videos, headshots, even filming, I don't know, baby showers. It don't matter. Say yes to everything. Because through this, you'll get to try out what you like the best. Reach out to the people you have in your network or close friend or family circle. They might run a business or know someone who owns one. There are so many people out there who are in a need for marketing video. So all you gotta do is just reach out. It is normal the people who are closest to you who can connect you to your very first gig. So all I'm trying to say here, don't be shy, reach out and offer your services. We've all been at this stage at some point of our careers. It is not enough that you only post your work online or on social media. You need to reach out. I mean, no one will come and get you from your house and just offer you work when you're first starting out. And that's how it's done! So, my very first client shoot. Oh my God, I remember that like yesterday. It was this is way back. This is like 10, 11, 12 years ago back. It was a music video, first client gig that I actually got paid for. It wasn't much. We had the artists, we had the dancers, amazing location. It was at this bar, if I remember correctly, or a restaurant or whatever. Everybody was on set ready to roll and go for that first take. I just felt freaking nervous. And then I ran to the toilet and just started puking. Like right before we were actually about to film, while I had my first AD knocking on the door, Joey, what's the matter? Are we about to start? Like everybody's ready, everybody's waiting for you. And I was in the toilet just throwing up, just puking all the way. It's good to have butterflies in your stomach, and it's totally normal to like stress and worry and everything. That only shows that you care about that production that you're doing. But oh my god, I'll never forget that. Now when I look at it, it's easy to laugh, but back then, oh my god, like dude, I was ready to, I felt like I was gonna die. After a few minutes spending puking in the toilet, I went back on the set and the rest of the day went beautifully, and it was an amazing experience. It was yeah. Literally every single penny I got from that music video, I put right back in there to that production. Because what I wanted to do was to over-deliver and give this production everything I got. So give your everything. The clients you shoot for will eventually see the passion you got for your productions through the quality of your storytelling footage and editing that can only grow by you just going out there and film. Soon you realize you got gigs coming from left and right. Remember, this is not a sprint but a marathon. It's not an overnight thing. I've been doing this for about 10 years now. Jesus, 10 years? But I still feel like I'm just getting started. And that is it for this video. If you got any questions whatsoever, don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section below. Now, grab yourself a camera and start creating. I'll see you again on the next one.